would it mean to be able to talk to angels? How would that change your life? Join us now on Angel Talk Tuesday as the psychic angel channelers, Julie Geigel, Susan Schuler, and Lori Walker, allow angels to speak directly through them, sharing messages from beyond. As you bathe in the vibrational frequency of the angels here, you will begin to open up to a stronger and clearer communication of your own. The purpose of this show is to help you awaken, expand, and remember the magnificent being that you are and the mission you came here to fulfill.
Welcome everyone. Our theme for the month is grief, and today's topic is the afterlife. This is Julie Geigel, international psychic medium, trance channel for Archangel Metatron, and awakened healer. I offer psychic medium readings and spiritual counseling over the phone and in person in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. You can find me over at www.juliegeigel.com and on Facebook at Psychic Medium Julie. And I am now hosting a free healing meditation class every Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time over on our OMTimes Experts Learning platform. So you can find me over at www.bit.do/Julie Geigel, and that's a free weekly healing meditation at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and that is recorded. So if you can't make the live time, you can always come in at your leisure. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'll ring the tingsha bells to clear out our space, our energy, and create a pure sacred space for channeling today. Here we go. Welcome. I am Metatron, here in service to humanity. We are very excited to bring you information about the afterlife. We know that this is a very hot topic here for you on Earth. There are many different ideas and theories and possibilities for what the afterlife is and is not. And the first thing we would like you to know is that whatever you believe the afterlife might be is actually what it is. For you are constantly creating your own reality, always. And depending on what vibrational frequency you are vibrating at, that also contributes to your imaginings or your truth. So it is comforting to understand and to know that no one is wrong and everyone is right. It is simply a matter of your perception that creates whatever imaginings that you have about what is to come once you leave this physical body. So whatever is most comfortable for you is most in line with your soul. And as you continue to grow and expand on this earth plane, so will your thoughts and ideas of the afterlife. But we would like to give you an opportunity of our perception of the afterlife, what our reality is and is for so many. When you die or the physical experience comes to a completion, your soul rises up out of the physical body and moves into an energetic space. This energetic space, you have options. You can either cross into the spiritual realms and different dimensions of heaven, or you can choose to stay on what is known as the earth plane. And your choice will be made from the frame of reference when you passed, your loved ones here, and how you have passed influences that choice. You have many loved ones in heaven, many angels and spiritual beings, and God, who are constantly beckoning you to the spiritual realms once you have passed. And as you make that choice to move in will and embrace the love and joy from your loved ones in spirit, you will find yourself moving into different spiritual realms. There are 12 layers or levels of spiritual realms that are possible for you to coexist in, depending on your expansion, your growth of your soul. So not every soul exists on the same plane. Again, it is dependent upon your soul's growth, your expansion, your learning. But do not fear. You are always connected to your loved ones, no matter what layer that they exist in. It is quite similar to your connection here on the earth plane with your loved ones in spirit. You simply think of them in your mind, and they will appear with their connection and their communication to you. So even though you might not be coexisting on the same plane in the spiritual realm, they are always ever available to you. We would also like you to be aware that as you move into different planes of existence in these different realms, there are different actions and activities that you choose to undertake. And it is similar to the earth plane, only your ego does not exist in the spiritual dimensions. You are in your purest form, and you may take a physical shape if you desire, and you may put your energy, if you desire. Different realms choose different and so you are very busy once you move into the afterlife. Oftentimes you undertake tasks to continue your learning, your expansion, and your growth. Oftentimes you undertake tasks that will assist your soul family in its expansion and growth, even after you have achieved full enlightenment and no longer desire to come back here to this earth plane. You can choose to come back to assist your soul family in their expansion in the afterlife, in their continued evolution and growth. Many soul families are deeply connected and have a sense of loyalty and commitment to each other as they continue to evolve. It is often as your military saying, "No man left behind." So fear not, your loved ones are always with you, whether they are here on this earth plane or in spirit in different layers and levels of spiritual dimensions. Ultimately, we are all one. Ultimately, your desires and evolution affect every single being here and beyond. It is always a group team effort. As you continue to attune and align with the perfection of your soul. Open up to this new way of thinking and use all your resources available to you in the spiritual dimensions to create a magnificent and glorious experience here on this earth plane. Do not worry or fear about your death or what will occur in the afterlife. Your sole function and purpose, your sole focus is here on the earth plane, opening to receive the joy and the love that you came here to experience. I am Metatron, and I have spoken here today. This is Julie Geigel, channeling Archangel Metatron. You can find me over at www.
The future of Internet radio is here. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM. The number one reason girls drop out of school in sub-Saharan Africa is lack of access to feminine hygiene products. The Pads for Schoolgirls Project, an outreach of Humanity Healing International, is changing this paradigm by setting up sewing programs at schools, teaching girls a vocational skill, while producing the reusable pads that help keep them attending classes. The girls pay it forward by making and giving pad kits to other girls in need. To learn more, visit humanityhealing.org. Humanity Healing is where your heart is.
Hi, I'm Kelly Fox, host and astrologer of The Astrology Show. Each week, I'll give you access to the current transits, which are a valuable tool that provide astrological information to help unlock the potential each of us has. Understanding the stars can help steer us in the right direction to make better informed choices. So if you're wondering what's going to happen in your week ahead, be sure to tune in to The Astrology Show for guidance, Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Do you need help with relationships, romance, or career? I'm a triple-tested, accurate, and ethical psychic medium and spiritual counselor. Simply click on my Call Me Now button at juliegeigel.com.
This is Susan Schuler. In life, intention is everything, and I make each of my handmade soy candles and smudging sprays just for you. Go to mediumsusan.com for details.
Hi, this is Lori Walker. Have you picked up your free gift yet? You can download my chakra clearing meditation from my website at loriwalker.com.
And we are
The Psychic Angel Channelers.
From Angel Talk Tuesday.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k.
What? Why? Just wait for the inheritance. We've definitely got a rich uncle somewhere. We're one call away from the winner's circle at the Derby, dinners with multiple forks, a vacation home in the country, using summer as a verb.
You don't actually think that, do you?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Angel Talk Tuesday. This is Susan Schuler. Thank you, Julie Geigel, for those wise words from Metatron. As a channeler, I work with a master teacher from the Akashic Records named Jacob. He's the leader of the higher dimensional group of beings I met after my first Reiki training attunement many years ago. I am a professional psychic medium based out of the Los Angeles area who does readings all over the world, in person, on the phone, and on Skype. As a psychic medium, I am not only able to communicate with the spirit world, but can also communicate with a soul-to-soul connection from those who are living, which enables me to gain past, present, and future information about a person, including past lives. Aside from one-on-one readings, I often do demonstrations in California and New York State. I'll be back again in Western New York in late May. I also frequently do small group readings and private parties, as well as teach psychic development. I was a high school teacher for almost 25 years prior to becoming a psychic medium full-time. For more details, you may look at my website at mediumsusan.com or on my Facebook page at Psychic Medium Susan Schuler. And don't forget, we are accepting live calls today. The number for that is 202-570-7057. And we're open for any topics, things that you want to talk about with today's subject matter. So let me switch gears and invite Jacob to step forward. Welcome and glad tidings. We are once again most pleased to join you on this day of great change, for there is much going on in your world today. Some seen, of course, but much more not seen. We remind you these are exciting times you have chosen to participate in, and with any growth comes change and upheaval. Never doubt, though, without these uncomfortable times, the beautiful transformations would never occur. We have spoken about grief and dying this month, and much of the same may be said about the topic as well. Change and loss can spring forward pain, but this paves the way for much greater things to develop, which would be impossible otherwise. On your planet, much time and energy has gone into attempting to learn about where one goes and what one does as the true self leaves your current human bodies. There is a piece of each human being that never forgets these in-between times. So being on Earth can be an extremely challenging time. You all have spiritual amnesia, but those small parts of that remember who you are, spend countless hours trying to find theories and religions that allow you to feel closer to your true homes. We understand the longing your souls must feel and wish to discuss the topic of the life after life, the afterlife of the human life with you today. Before we take you there today, we would like you to understand that every one of you can visit there before your time is up as humans, simply by taking the time to learn meditation. For during these brief periods of time, you can surround yourself with the Creator, the great I Am of all there is, and with this, you will feel the heavenly pieces of your true home, the home that many of you miss and long for in your spiritual memories. So if you are able, we ask you to now close your eyes and breathe deeply. Allow your soul to reach out and touch that of the Creator. Feel the love, power, and majesty of the great I Am spill all over your soul as you become one in the same. Allow this to replenish your soul, filling you to the brim once again with love, understanding, empathy, compassion, and joy. Bask in it. Revel in it. We give you one moment to enjoy this experience. That is one very small example of allowing yourself smaller moments during your here and now to experience a small, very small taste of the afterlife. For when you leave your body, love prevails in all. So what is the afterlife? As we have said, this question has puzzled those on earth since the beginning of your time. We tell you it is far more complex than your traditional views of heaven. Far more. The soul is a student, one who is constantly striving to learn, grow, and evolve. Why would it ever wish to stay stagnant? Yes, much like the short exercise we showed you, there will be much time to bask in the beauty of the Divine One's power. But there is far more to do as your soul evolves during this time. Since each one of you choose a different life experience on earth, and each soul is an individual through its experiences, so will be the case of the afterlife experiences. Yes, we are all one, but we are all individuals as well. We tell you now, simply because the soul crosses to the other side, it does not then become all-knowing. For even the afterlife works in stages as your soul progresses and grows. Most of you have heard stories of seeing a tunnel of great white light that pulls magnetically. We tell you now, that is simply the beautiful sensation of feeling drawn into the source of all that is. Your soul has pieces that match that source, and much like metal magnets, your soul is pulled close to the source. The earlier exercise was a small, very small example of this. Although some souls may need a greater period of adjustment due to their life experiences while on earth, all souls learn and grow on the other side. for those souls who experienced a heavier or more challenging time may need a more in-depth period of reflection, during which time they learn to better understand those whom they affected on earth. It is, however, not like a period of punishment, as some humans believe, but rather a clearing and cleansing of the soul, one that will enable these souls to get back to their true selves, the self that shines that God spark more brightly. In one way or another, each soul must experience the process, though some will travel quickly through this stage. Keep in mind, however, the afterlife is not necessarily a place, for your human mind need to think that you travel someplace, but the afterlife is a far less tangible experience. There is no linear time, so truly what is happening now is happening for all times. Yes, we realize this is complex to comprehend, but simply understand that there are things that the human mind will be unable to fully grasp. Depending upon your own evolution as a soul is what will determine your afterlife experience. One experience is not better or worse than another, only different. There are places, think of these places as a state of being, where certain souls may go to spend in-depth time reviewing their lives. Others, once that period is completed, may choose to learn more, since not all souls continue to incarnate into physical forms, and we remind you that there are many different forms souls change into on many different planets. Some souls will decide to help those who are still in a physical form, and this will not only help others still in the physical, but those on the other side as well. A mother who crosses may choose to stay close to her child and help in this child's life and development from the other side. This is a pure form of love, but also one that allows the soul on the other side to grow and evolve as well. Everything goes back to the soul's development, so learning will transpire regardless of where that soul may be. There are souls that will eventually choose to no longer incarnate in the physical form any longer, and they may choose to be special guides or helpers for those who were not related or connected to them on earth. For example, a once skilled healer may wish to work with a healer who is human and serve as a guide, not only for that person on earth, but as a helper for all whom that person may help. Through this assignment, the soul on the other side takes on, they too will learn and evolve. So not only does this help all involved, it also further connects all souls, since we are truly all one. To place this within your own human understanding, the afterlife can be broken down like one of your large universities. There are many colleges within this university, and these colleges specialize in different areas. Some of these areas incorporate clinicals, where students go out into the community to help others. Think of the community as being places in the physical world. There are also, as is with your university, much that goes on with administrators and the highly educated faculty members. The afterlife is far closer than you realize, and we invite you to visit through meditation and your dreams. This is Susan Schuler, channeling Jacob from the Akashic Realms. Up next is Lori Walker, who will be channeling Rialta.
The cutting edge of conscious radio, OMTimes Radio, IOM FM. Host your show on IOM FM, the radio network of OMTimes Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of OMTimes. Hosting a show on IOM FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community.
Hi, this is Julie Geigel. Would you like to know the secret to manifesting? Join our next Manifesting Mastermind to create miracles of health, wealth, love, and joy. Sign up at juliegeigel.com.
Why wonder when you can know? Hi, this is psychic medium Susan Schuler. Let me help you get the answers. Schedule an appointment today at mediumsusan.com.
Hi, this is Lori Walker. Would you like to receive daily inspiration? Join me on Instagram and Facebook at Lori Walker, Psychic Medium Healer.
And we are
The Psychic Angel Channelers.
From Angel Talk Tuesday.
Today, my new dad and I shot off a rocket in the park.
Today, my new son and I failed to shoot off a rocket.
The rocket launched into the air
and then crashed into the pond.
I'll never forget that day.
I'll never forget that day, even if I tried.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are. For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Angel Talk Tuesday. Thank you, Susan Schuler, for that wisdom from Jacob, a master teacher of the Akasha. My name's Lori Walker, and for the past 30 years, I've been a registered nurse, a nurse practitioner, and a nurse midwife. I've been delivering babies to loving families, and since becoming a spiritual medium and trans channel, actually for the last 10 years, I've considered myself a midwife to spirit, bringing spirit to your loving family. And here on Angel Talk Tuesday, I'm blessed to channel Rialta. She's from the angelic realm, and she actually represents a group of angels who initially identified themselves to me as We Are Many. Additionally, I offer private and group psychic and or mediumship readings. I'm a multidimensional healer, and I do house clearings, relationship readings for partners and families with new babies, and enjoy doing public demonstrations of mediumship. I've hosted several development groups for many years, and I've mentored budding mediums. I offer services in my hometown of San Clemente, California, or on Skype, FaceTime, or by phone. You can follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Lori Walker, Psychic Medium Healer. I post inspirational quotes in upcoming events. You can check out my website and get your free gift of 2 different meditations at LoriWalker.com, and that's spelled Lori, Lorri, Walker.com. If you would like, we are offering you to please call in today for a free discussion or mini reading at 202-570-7057. So if you'll just give me a moment to blend with Rialta. Greetings, dear ones. Gratitude again for this opportunity to blend and provide our perspective for your consideration. The question has been posed this day, what about the afterlife? Afterlife. Afterlife. What you call life is what you perceive in the physical. The truth is, life is before physical, and life is after physical. When this question regarding what is the afterlife is posed, what we understand is, what is life after the physical? Life does not begin when your babes take first breath. Life is eternal. Life is always. Life is eternal. Your vibration while here on the earth in your physical existence is that of density. Shall we say more concrete? Life without physical is much lighter a much lighter frequency, but very similar in that there are emotions, relationships, desires, accomplishments, and continued learning, an ongoing process, an ongoing experience. It is not one of stagnation or sameness. Just as the universe is vast and limitless, so are your lives. So is your life also limitless. This stage in the physical is but one experience, one stop on your journey of wonderment and growth. As you go forward from this experience in the physical, it is true that there is a passing of the physical body, a passing through the physical body into your ongoing life. On this journey, you will experience much as you have in the spirit, in the physical. You will experience love, relationships, opportunity for growth, learning, experiencing, reuniting with those you love. When this opportunity arises, it will be one of feeling of great love, a welcoming back home. There will be opportunities for creations as are in the physical. But the creations will be an opportunity to have greater awareness of how you create. For all creations begin in the imagination. We wish for you to hear this now, that all creations begin in the imagination. For if you can embrace this concept while in the physical, it would do you most well. For most of you in the physical believe that the possibility of creation has to do with what is outside of you. What are the circumstances in which you live? What opportunities are afforded you for your creations or desire? We say unto you that all creation is born in the imagination. Believe and know that you are the creator. For if you embrace this concept, your life will be as a canvas where you can create your own masterpiece. Much is the same when you pass through the physical onto your journey in life. For if you learn this principle now, your world will blossom. You can take this knowledge with you to the next stage, where you will continue to blossom, continue to grow and love. There is no end to your life. Those who have passed through the physical are not stagnant, but ever growing, ever learning, ever experiencing, and ever creating. Know that they go on, that they have love for you, love for those still in the physical. Know that they are near you. One may ask, how can they be growing, creating, learning, loving, and be near me? You ask this because in your physical's present state, you can be in but one location. But when a soul is free of the physical, there is no limitation for location. Let us present it this way. Someone may say that they multitask. This is doing many things at once. Simultaneously, you can think thoughts, use your hands, perhaps drive a car, speaking on the phone, daydreaming. These are examples of being able to do multiple things simultaneously. But when the soul is free of the physical, there are fewer limitations, greater expansiveness, more is possible. The wonderment of all the possibilities. Contemplate this. This concept of all the wonderment, all the possibilities. For we say again that all creation begins in the imagination. Can you imagine the possibilities? And we say again that life beyond the physical is not stagnant. It is ever evolving opportunity for love, learning, and expansion. Rialta gives this with much love for you today. This is Lori Walker, channeling Rialta of the Angelic Realm, and I can be reached over at www.loriwalker.com. Stay tuned for our psychic discussion on today's topics and channeling that we've done for today. Also, if you have questions or comments about the messages or you're interested in a mini reading, please give us a call at 1-202-570-7057. We'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to hear about some of the discussions that we had with all of the angels, and we hope that you can give us a call in.
And don't forget to join us for our weekly meditation. I'm hosting every Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time to help you open up and expand to your fullest potential. And you can find that weekly meditation over at www.bit.do/.
Once again, we're just going to invite you to give a call in if you'd like to participate in a free mini reading or discuss the comments that the angels provided for us today. That phone number is 1-202-570-7057.
Bringing a more conscious lifestyle to your world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Looking for inspiration?
Want to be inspired?
Not sure where to go?
Find Mark and Kim every Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on Inspired Living.
Topics will elevate consciousness and range from metaphysics to the human and social experience and all things spiritual.
Welcome to an inspired community that offers support, encouragement, and new ways of thinking. You are the inspired and the inspiration.
Hi, this is Julie Geigel. Would you like a free psychic reading? Become a member of our inner circle and get a free reading today. Sign up at juliegeigel.com.
Hi, this is Susan Schuler. Have you stopped by my website to download your free mini grounding meditation? Do so now at mediumsusan.com.
Would you like to speak with an angel? Hi, I'm Lori Walker, a trance channel for Rialta from the Angelic Realm. Book your session now at loriwalker.com.
And we are
the Psychic Angel Channelers
from Angel Talk Tuesday.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door? When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood? Or an earthquake is destroying buildings? Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. This is Julie Geigel. Thank you for listening to Angel Talk Tuesday, hosted every Tuesday on OMTimes Radio. And thank you, Lori Walker, for that beautiful message from Rialta. I can always feel her beautiful, soft, angelic presence. And we are taking callers here in our fourth segment. If you have a question, comment, or would like a reading today, you can dial in at 1-202-570-7057. 7057. We are also in the break room, so be sure to stop by and say hi. We can also answer any questions in the break room during the show here if you'd like, and that is over on Facebook at Angel Talk Tuesday Break Room. Alrighty, and so we're just going to take a moment to discuss the questions, and like I said, we are taking callers, so any time you want to call in and talk to us, we would love to engage with you today at 1-202-570-7057. So we're going to go ahead and start with Metatron. Susan, you want to start us off?
Absolutely. One of the things that I very much enjoyed that he said is how we create our afterlife reality. And this is something I don't think a lot of people, I don't know whether they consider it or realize it. I'm not sure. I come from a very strong Christian background. So the whole idea of the afterlife as being heaven was something that was really, taught to me. And then once I've evolved more into my spirituality, I've seen how it's kind of evolved. But my mom and I have these discussions all the time about like the way that she sees the afterlife versus the way that I see the afterlife. And I have to agree with like what he said about how both are right. You know what I mean? It's just, it is what, however you're making it.
I loved that because, and I mean, that is so true just even here in this reality on Earth is we all have a different perception. I mean, 10 people can watch a car accident and each one of them has a completely different idea of what happened. And so the same is true for the afterlife. Each of us have our own perception, our own reality of what the afterlife will be or won't be. And it's all based on the evolution of our soul, which I thought was so poignant that each one of the channeled messages pointed that out, that it is your imagination, it is the evolution of your soul, where you're at, what realm you're in that dimension. But I know one thing that I learned, and was shown with Metatron and the masters I work with, is that because I'm Catholic too, and I, that heaven and hell type of a idea. But what was really fascinating for me is an understanding that hell is a dimension that is created in your mind. So if you've had a low vibrational frequency here on this earth, maybe a lot of depression, maybe alcoholism or an addiction, when you go into the afterlife, you are going to be in a dimension that is creating that reality or creating that experience for you. And the way that you move out of that experience, and there's constantly spiritual helpers that are coming down to all of the different dimensions, helping people continue to evolve and expand. So it's not like you're stuck, or it's not like you're, sent to hell. It is a choice that you are making, and at any moment you can move into another frequency. You can evolve and expand into a higher dimension that will continue your soul's growth instead of being stuck or stagnant in that low vibrational frequency. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I mean, when I heard that, it was like, wow. So hell exists for some people, but not for everybody. So it just really allows all kinds of different ideas and perceptions and imaginings. I loved Rialta really talked about imaginings a lot in that channel. Lori, any thoughts or comments on Metatron or anybody's message here?
One of the things that stood out for me was I really liked how Metatron said that there's these different realms and they have different actions and different activities, and that they're similar to the earth plane but without the ego. That was amazing. I loved that because really it is our ego that holds us back in our growth, in our own processes. And so to think that that we have similarities of opportunities. Well, actually, all of the angels spoke about that today, didn't they? Yeah, about our continued growth that's available to us, and that we don't remain the same and that we have opportunities for growth. And to think that we can have that growth opportunity without the ego is, I think, just a wonderful concept.
Yeah, it really, really was very exciting, very exciting. Okay, let's shift over to Jacob. Jacob had some exciting things too. I really loved when Jacob said, compare it to colleges and universities. And so you're choosing to go to different schools or specializing in different things, or, your admission into that university is dependent upon where your soul is at, the growth of your soul. And also, Jacob talked about administration and faculty. So consider the administration and faculty are the more evolved beings and masters that are assisting you in that dimension on that soul level or soul growth that you're at. I thought that was fascinating. Lori, any thoughts on that?
I did too. I agree with that university concept and example for us. It really put it into perspective, something that at least I can understand. And I think that a lot of our listeners will feel the same way. I like that Jacob mentioned that, it's far more complex and that the soul is a student. And why would we ever want to remain stagnant? Because I think a lot of religions, or maybe not a lot, but at least some ones that I have been familiar with, do give the concept that we're either that's the end result. Whatever you did here on earth that's the end, and that's your lot in your eternity. And so I love the concept and the reaffirmation from all of the angels that we are students and we continue to grow, and that it's not stagnant.
Yeah, I know. I was watching a show. I can't remember exactly what the name of it was, but it was really interesting because it was based on the idea that it depended on what you gave, the service that you gave here in this lifetime, what kind of house that you would have in the afterlife. So some of these people lived in mansions, and then other people were like shacks. And it was like, oh, okay, well, there you go. I thought that was kind of funny. Susan, any thoughts on Jacob today?
I think to me it's interesting when you see the angelic spirits that we bring into our own existence. He's such a teacher. And I think because I'm such a teacher, it's like I get him and I love his analogies. So I agree with you guys when you talk about the university analogy that he used. Sometimes my little pea brain needs things broken down like that. And it just really helped to hear him say about that. So to me, that was just kind of, and like I said, I'm always so out of it, but that I do remember.
Absolutely. And Rialta was definitely very, very full of information as well. Life is eternal. Life without the physical is still an ongoing process and experience. It's not one of stagnation. So again, all of the angels hit on that idea. All of the masters really, that seemed to be a very prevalent theme throughout all of the channeling today. And I loved when Rialta said all creation begins in the imagination. And that, for me, I got that in the break room. It's like, wow, I can totally see that on a quote on the wall. All creation begins in the imagination. Any thoughts on that, Susan?
Well, the thing I like about this is it gives us ownership. You know what I mean? It's like we're creating our own reality. And if you think of what she said, then believe and know that you are the creator. So it's just like, okay, well, I can imagine it and then I can make it happen and I can, you know what I mean? So it gives you ownership. And I just think that's really empowering. And I think all of us need that empowerment.
Most definitely. Lori?
Yes, I agree. Whenever she said that she believed, like most of the people that are in physical form believe that their creation is outside of themselves, and that they look at their circumstances. Well, this is where I live, and this is what's happening in my life. It's all about what's happening to them instead of what they themselves can bring about in their own creation. And I just thought it was lovely too how she said, if you could get this concept that when that something that will be expanded on after we leave this life, if we can get that concept now, how our worlds will blossom, how we can make a masterpiece, and life is our canvas, and that's really what we're supposed to be learning, is that we are the creators, and it all begins in our own mind.
And there's no limitation. I mean, that's one thing I teach in one of the classes I offer, is that it's unlimited possibilities with when you can step out of the fear and step out of the limitation of your ego, that you are a master creator of your life, and the universe is there always working for you to help you create whatever's in your highest good, most definitely. Yeah, absolutely. What an exciting show today on the afterlife. And we are next month. We're moving up on April. Finally, our winter is ending and spring is here. April, we'll be talking, our theme will be rejuvenate, renew, and rebirth. And our show coming up next week is sitting in the power. So be sure to join us back here next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern for Angel Talk Tuesday, hosted on OMTimes Radio. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time out of your day to join us here on Angel Talk Tuesday. Archives are posted 24 hours after the live show airs on OMTimesRadio.com. Remember, you have a plethora of angels uplifting, inspiring, and enfolding you in God's love every day. Until next time, this is the Psychic Angel Channelers, Julie Geigel, Susan Schuler, and Lori Walker, helping you connect with your own angelic